Hi guys, welcome to my channel The Tshirts. Today I am going to show you transformation of 3 simple looking t-shirts into a cute one. This is the first t-shirt which I had transformed into a bottom strip tied with knots and also made it off shoulder. So let's begin with our first project. Now let's take the first t-shirt and to create off shoulder, mark 1 inch inside the shoulder from the armhole and 1 inch on the sleeves from the armhole and create a semicircle. Now let's cut the semicircle. Now after cutting the cutted semicircle, keep on the other shoulder, pin it and mark and cut on the marked line. So in this way the hole or the semicircle which is created will create a off shoulder look to the t-shirt. Now at this point fold 1/4 inch inside and pin up all around. On this you have to give a stitch. Do the same for the other shoulder too. Now for the bottom, to make the bottom strips, mark at 4 inches from the bottom at both the ends. Here there is no need to marking because already there is a strip there. On that only you can cut. At the end corner, cut the seams and remove it off. Cut it. In the same way you can do for the other side too. Create the strips of 1/2 inches width from right to the left end, but make sure to create even number of strips. At the end remove the side joint seam how we did at the right end. Now tie the front right corner strip with a back strip with a double knot. In the same way you can tie the front left corner strip with a back strip with a 2 double knots. Now start tying the neighboring strips, but don't tie it very tight because if you tie it tightly the broadness of the bottom will decrease. Now while tying make sure to leave 1/2 inch gap. Now let's stitch the circle created at the shoulder. Fold 1/4 inch, but while stitching don't pull it because it is a stretchy fabric. Stitch all over the gap created. Now we are done with the t-shirt and it looks cool and very comfortable to wear. Now this is the second t-shirt which I have created a heart shape applique at a center and given a zigzag stitch at its rim. Now let's begin with the t-shirt. Take a plain t-shirt, mark at a center. To get the markings at a center you can fold and press it out. Now to create applique, take a paper, fold it into half and give the shape whichever you want. Now I am giving a shape of heart, then cut it off. The heart shape you can keep on any material with which you are going to create an applique. So I am using here lace fabric. Keep it on it and pin up. Then cut out the heart shape applique. Keep the heart applique created at the center of a t-shirt and stick it with the pins and give a zigzag stitch around. Now adjust the stitches to a zigzag on a machine and start stitching around with a zigzag stitch. So the t-shirt is ready. This one is the last and a final transformation of today's project which came out very beautiful. Here I have created a designer patch on a cutout piece of its long sleeves and attached between the waist and the bust, and elastic neck I have created here and back side belts to tie out. So let's begin our project. Take a plain t-shirt and open up the neck first, the neck strips. It is a t-shirt of 8 to 9 year old which I am going to convert it to 5-year-old. Now the neck, at the neck 1/2 inches, fold it and pin up all around the neck. Now cut out the sleeves. From the bottom take 12 inches. This is the bust measurement because this piece I am going to use on the attachment on the bust. Same way cut out the other sleeves too. Now make the sleeves Now what you do is these two sleeves, open up the seams between and then cut out into a rectangular piece. So two rectangular piece we have got, we are going to attach at a front and a back side. Now let's start. Take a t-shirt. From a shoulder, measure 6.5 inches till a bust. Measure from both the shoulder, right and left. Join the markings and cut out. Now open up the sleeves along the joint seams. You do for the both the sleeves. Now open up the bottom hem of the sleeves. Now take one piece which we have got it from the sleeves and create a design, and then draw the cross lines of width 1.5 inches and then draw lines perpendicular to it by keeping 1.5 inches gap to create squares. And let us just use a square sequence lace on these lines. And how to stitch it is, you take the back threads, the thread of the bobbin and a up thread, both the thread you pull it while stitching, but don't pull the material because it is a stretchy fabric. You pull the sequence lace. So in this way you can create a design. So design is created keeping right sides together. You pin up at this point at a bust area. Okay, I have pinned up. Do the same for the back side. So it is joined both the front and the back pieces. Now I have created 1 inch marking at a side for joining, but before that let us create the belts. For creating the belt I have taken 1.5 inches piece and folded and stitch at 1/2 inch at a side. So at the other open side joint and flip it inside out. How to flip it inside out is, you can take any smooth object, smooth thin object. I have taken a haircut here because it is smooth and easily it can be pull the cloth. So you can see here, so how easily I have made it inside out. So do the now keep the belts at an appropriate area at a waist or wherever it is required and pin it up. Do the same on the other side too. Now give the side stitching at markings. So it is stitched. Now the last step is attaching the bottom skirt. Keep the bottom skirt and see the extra area. You can stitch it out 1/2 inches at both the sides. Then now let us attach, keeping right sides together, body and a skirt part, and you can pin up at all the sides. First join the side areas, then you can join remaining front and the back sides with a pins. Then you can give a stitching at 1/2 inch. Lastly, remove the pins of the neck and stitch at 1/2 inch, but at last leave the opening to put in the elastic. So the elastic I'm using here is a cord like elastic. You can use the pins and put in the elastic. Then at last join it with a thread and needle. While joining, make sure that properly it is joined, otherwise it will get cut off at later, because the openings we are going to close it off afterwards. So it is joined. So in this way the elastic neck is ready and it will look very beautiful. You can hem the sleeves at the bottom. The top is ready and it looks cute and beautiful.